So yeah, it's definitely gonna be good. We're definitely gonna. You're working on a mini series for the show. How did you become an enthusiast? That would be interesting to see. I'd like to see that myself. All right, let's kick it off here. I just had it up. Where is it? Here we go. All right, all right, all right. We're gonna start off with Legoland. Now, this is gonna be what I'm gonna talk about is actually happening in every single park. And I've never been to a Legoland, but let me tell you, for the first time ever, me and the kids and my father and Luco and whoever decides to join in on the Choo Choo Train Express of Fun, uh, we're gonna hit Legoland in Florida. So I should be able to check it out. You know, I know it's a kid place, but like any other adult, we love Legos. I know you guys. I mean, if you don't love Legos, there's something wrong with you. I don't want to hear, I didn't like Legos, they're bad. No, everybody's going to love Legos. They're fun, you build with them, and then when you're done, you smash them. I think it's fantastic. But anyway, what's going to happen, and this is happening sometime throughout 2015, but it's going to open. It's going to be the Lego Movie 4D experience thing. It's going to happen in all of the Legolands. So once they start opening up, I'll let you know. Hopefully they're open by the time I go. I really, really want to go to Legoland. And I love the Lego Movie. I don't know how many saw the Lego Movie. Lego Movie was awesome. Say, everything is awesome. Everything's definitely awesome. All right, next tidbit that we got. Yeah, we're all just kids. We act like just big versions of little kids. That's all we are. Yeah, I think it's. I've been having a little bit of tidbit of issues with the good old internet, so I'm trying to get them. They sent me a new modem. There was something wrong with the other modem, and then I think there's something wrong with this modem. I don't think it's working right. I may have to reset it. But anyway, we don't need to grow up. Why do we need to grow up? I mean, you got to be a grown up at some point, and you got to do grown up things. Put your big boy or big girl pants on, and do your thing. You know, everybody's doing great, Sean. I'm doing good. I know about you. How about you, man? How about you? But you know, I think we should all. I mean, think about it. We all have to be big, giant kids. Everybody that's watching it's a coaster enthusiast. I mean, let's just want to look at my fat rear end here. But still, I mean, come on. Legos, coasters, toys. It gets fun. So anyway, like I said, Legoland's getting Lego Movie treatment with the 4D thing, and it's going to be good. I can't wait for it to open. The next tidbit. Where are we? I don't know how many of you follow it. Let me try this again. How many of you follow, Florida things? It seems to be where a lot of the news is coming from lately. But Islands of Adventure, Universal. I've been there. Most of you have been there. I know I love it, and I know a lot of you love it. Maybe you hate it. I don't know. Well, during a earnings Comcast call, they somewhat get out of here with this. I got the Verizon router. I mean, it's pretty far away from the house where I'm doing this in the garage, but still. Well, anyway, they during the earnings call for Comcast, they basically confirmed a King Kong attraction coming to Orlando. For those that don't know, maybe you guys are too young, maybe you never went. Back in the day, in any case, so it's supposed to open, I guess, later this year, maybe next year. I think it's this year. But there's a big building, and nobody knows exactly what it's going to do. Nothing's officially been shown, like the Harry Potter with the videos and this and that. Nothing like that yet, but it was announced. Also, Universal Studios Orlando followed Disney's, move. Now they raised their ticket prices. I cannot believe the amount of price for these tickets. I mean, I get it. They need to make more money, and between Universal and Disney, those are two popular destinations. So you got to keep rising the ticket. So I didn't write down how much a two-park ticket was, but for one day at Universal Orlando is now $102 for an adult, and for a child is $97. Now, I understand why they do this. I don't like why they do it, but I understand why. From a business aspect, they're not there to do it for free. They got to make money. They're spending money to entertain you and make to get you to come back. It costs money, so that's why they're upping it. Plus, if it was cheap, everybody would, and your parks would be totally full. So the higher you raise the ticket, eventually there's going to be a threshold, and they're going to have to stop raising it. I never thought I would see a ticket for $100 at Disney or Universal, but now they are. Oh, I wonder if it died out. No, it's still going, streaming. It's still streaming. Oh, wait. If I move it like that, we're good. All right, we got full bars. We're back, baby. Hopefully that you guys can still see it and it's better now. I just got full. I just moved my computer over just a little bit and I got the bars. So there you go. Let's make sure it's still on. Yeah, we're still streaming. Still got full bars. We're good. Woohoo! Yeah, and I know my kids aren't on the games because I told them I kicked their butts. So they know Thursday nights, 8 o'clock, cut the cord. All right, so what are we on now? All right, so we talked about the tickets. We talked about Legoland. I don't know how many people go to Dorney Park. I do. I know some of you have, some of you do, some of you don't. But a ride was removed. And not only was it removed, it was sent to that big scrapyard in the sky. The ride was called Hang Time, and it was their top spin. It's kind of weird. Parks are getting rid of these left and right. I mean, I know a lot of them are old rides. They're not new. I'm wondering if maybe this is, slowly, one by one, we're seeing them disappear. I mean, some of them were really good ones. Some parks ran an awesome program. That thing flipped like crazy. And some parks didn't run it right. I know they're a maintenance nightmare because of all the motors on it to make it do its thing. But I don't know. It's weird because, I mean, like anything else, rides disappear, rides come back. I get that. I really do. But I just hate seeing any ride go. No matter how great or how crappy it is, it's just one less thing to ride, or for people that actually do enjoy it, to ride it. I'm a big fan of trying to keep them, but we all know how it is. When you got maintenance costs, it sucks. It really sucks because sometimes I feel personally for me that I'm getting, the short end of the stick because, there are rides that I do enjoy riding, and sometimes when I come to that park years later, the ride's gone. For whatever happens. Yeah, I haven't ridden that top spin in a while. It's been a while since I rode the one at Great Adventure. Maybe while I'm at Con, I'll take a spin on it. Plus, like I've been saying, my son's finally tall enough to ride these rides, and he's never been on one. So maybe this is his chance to finally ride one. I'm gonna have a lot of fun when I go to Con. I love when I bring one of my kids that's never been to a place, And just to see the look on their eyes and excitement, especially when they were hitting their milestones, when they could get on different rides, uh, I really enjoyed watching, the look on their face, whether they were terrified, they were having fun, they were scared, they wanted to cry, they were having fun, they were screaming and laughing and all that. Oh yeah. That's the sign that I won at East Coaster. That's what that it was. They had this up for auction. Um, a silent auction, and I have my Houdini sign over there that I haven't hung up yet. I'm thinking about hanging that one up actually in my house instead of in here. So you know what? Let me grab it real quick. I'm gonna grab it. Ah, wire. I'm doing the limbo. Yeah, that works too. Anyway, this is the Great Adventure. What do you call it? Houdini sign. Houdini's Great Escape. Houdini's Great Escape will open for the summer on Friday, May 28th. Doesn't have a year on it, but I got that one. I may hang it in the house. Maybe I'll hang it up in the like on the bathroom door or something. I think that would be funny. Yeah, I mean, when you going back to the whole, when you're taking your, for those that have kids, and those that know my kids anyway from hanging out, how mine are, and how most kids are. A lot of kids, they're daredevils, and as they grow, they see the bigger rides, they want to ride. And in my case with Jeremy, he was sick of riding the bench. He would have to sit. I'd give him my phone. I'd have it loaded with a bunch of games. So he sits so he's not totally bored. And then we have the, on and on with the, he gets mad. He's like, Dad, I'm tired of riding the bench, and he'll yell at me. And I understand the frustration. Now, there's no more bench riding unless he really doesn't like the ride. So I'm thinking, he knows my rule is, in my household, is if you ride it once, if you don't like it, I'll never make you ride it again. Because, as kids, we go, oh, it's big, it's scary, blah, blah, blah. But you don't know. It's a 50-50 chance until they get on it. Because they could love it, or they could hate it. Maybe they like it. I don't know. But it's definitely one of those, So like I said, this is big for me because Jeremy's never been to any of these parks that have Potacon before or after as well. So he'll get Hershey Park. He's never been. We're going to go to Clement, and I've never been there either. But he's never been to Great Adventure. He's never been to Seaside Heights. He's never been to Luna Park. So he's going to get the experience. He's never been to Maury's, and both of us have never been to Storybook Land. So to see him go on all these different rides that last year he was mad that, me and Devin are riding him and he can't ride. It's a great thing. It really is a great thing when you can watch your kid finally grow up to ride all the rides. So when New England opens up, for opening, what do you call it? Opening weekend, he'll be on everything. No! Don't park about Ace or the game yet. So it's definitely, your kids will go, I don't like it, I don't want to ride it, but then they want to go on it. Kids are weird like that. I don't know. But it's just a great feeling to be able to see that happen. I love that. I'm sure when we were all kids, our parents loved the same thing. All the crazy things we do for our kids. Just to give them the moment of happiness and just to see the reaction on their face, whether they're going to cry or scream or whatever it may be. You didn't really miss anything, Evident Equinox. All right, now what else do I got? All right, so today I seen pop out of the news. Busch Gardens, well, I should say SeaWorld and Entertainment that owns Busch Gardens. Another one giving a an earnings call officially announced Tempesto, the new roller coaster going in the Busch Gardens. There was nothing more than that, but they officially let the cat out of the bag. So I'm assuming pretty soon they're going to start hearing about the ride. They'll probably have a whole thing behind it, which it's weird that they haven't announced it. The season opens for them anyway next month, and we've heard nothing officially. I mean, we've seen pictures of it. We know what it looks like, built. It's being built, finished up, whatever. Do we know when it opens? No. But I will say this. There's one on the West Coast. Now there's going to be one on the East Coast of that type of coaster. I forgot what the hell they call them. But they're small, compact, and hey, you know what? They look fun. So, excuse me. I will hopefully be able to ride it because they have an event coming up in June at that park. So we'll get into that too. I mean, there's no flyers or nothing up. But nonetheless, we'll talk about it. All right, let's talk some Cedar Point. There's a lot of changes going on, and there was an event, Winter Chill Out or something, over the weekend there. So information and pictures came out of what's going on, and so this is what has been announced, some for the good, some for the worse. We're going to start with, turnpike cars have already been removed. They have 3, drive-in car rides, so one's gone. Cadillac cars right now are safe, but for how long, nobody knows. If you like it, I've ridden it a couple times, so if you like it, get your rides in on it, because I don't know when or if it, whatever's going to happen. The Good Times Theater is 80% demolished. Now this is all within the same area, just about, and it's for the next expansion for whenever, probably next year, for whatever they're going to build. Also, Calypso, that's over there, is not being removed, but it's being moved. It's going over by the Ferris wheel, and they're going to call it the Tiki Twirl. It's kind of a throwback to a similar ride that they had, obviously that they had before, and then they brought Calypso in. But it's got the old name. I'm not sure if it's going to have the same theme, as the Tiki Twirl from back in the day, or if it's going to be the same, maybe repainted or whatever, but it's being moved, so it's not being removed, it's just being moved. And then the kiddie bumper cars they're going to be moved to Planet Snoopy, the Sir Rubber Dub Tub thing over by Max Air, and the gazebo are being ripped out, gone, see you later, and in that place is going to go the Dodgers. So they're moving things around, they're moving them around, so whatever they got going in that area is going to be big. Big area getting moved around, and things getting removed, things getting moved. There's a lot of rumors. I've heard a dive coaster. I've heard indoor ride, a dark ride of some sorts. I've heard all kinds of things, and I have no clue what it is. And the last tidbit of Cedar Point news that I have, and this actually makes me a little happy. I know, shocking, I know. But it actually makes me a little happy. Maverick is getting a restraint change, so it's no longer going to have those hard restraints. It's going to be the soft ones like I-305 down at King's Dominion, which means it's not going to hurt as much. And that's what the ride needs, because if it had different restraints, I think it would, move up in my coaster rankings, because Maverick, without the pain, would be a magnificent coaster. I know you can't get away with having just lap bars, the way that thing whips around. People probably break necks, get whiplash, get hurt. Yeah, I know that's somebody being funny. Ha 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 ha, I ain't answering. But in any case, so they're going with the softer restraints. Eventually I'll take the kids up there, and then we'll ride it. Then I can pick up some coaster credits and let Jeremy have his run at Cedar Fair. Cedar Point, whatever it is. Yeah, I mean my problem with Maverick, like I said, is totally the chopping of the neck in my head. I felt like a pinball machine. I mean the intense twists and turns and everything that it does. Yeah, I get it. That's why they have those kind of restraints. I wish that they had a different kind of restraint on it or a different train. I get it. But now they're going to go with a different restraint. So I'm hoping that it's better. So I mean, it's see the thing with Maverick is, and it's what I call defensive riding. I don't want to do defensive riding. So usually on Maverick, I go and I get in the front row because then I can see and expect the upcoming twist and turn. If you're behind, if you're in the third row and back, you are not going to see what's going on. Second row you can kind of see, but first row is the row to see. So as you know, you can see the upcoming turn. You can turn your body with it so you don't get, your head banging and all that. So it works. It's good. So, I mean, there was, that one spot on I-305, even with the soft headrest, the restraint, it still hurt. There was one spot where it just whips like crazy, and then it hurts. Now, I know everybody say, hey, stop being a wussy, but I like it when there's nothing around my head. Them over-the-shoulder harnesses, most of them don't hurt, but there are a few that hurt. Like that type of train with that restraint. There's some other ones that hurt, not as bad, or you can get like El Toro restraints hurt, but that's not over the shoulder. Regardless, no, it can't get worse, but hopefully it can get better. I'm thinking maybe with the new restraint, we're not going to have as much pain as we normally would, but we'll see how much better it is. Because we know what's going to happen when the park opens and the new restraints on it. You are going to see maybe it isn't. Some stupid idiot, and I know who it is, calling with a prank call, think I'm going to answer it. Haha, you're funny. Yeah, my problem is that gray out stuff. I don't gray out. I don't know why. I just don't gray out. I was really, everybody's like, oh, I-305, you're going to gray out. So I figured, hey, I'll go, when I go ride I-305, maybe I got a fighting chance. A lot of people say in the helix of Nitro they gray out. Nothing. Nothing. So, and I know who's calling. It's that stupid Bizarro Fanatic kid. I hope that kid shows up to Norista, because then I will tell his parents about his trolling and prank calls, and then his parents will whoop his butt. So he's a little punk kid. I can't wait for him to show up. He's dead. Dead. I would love to go to Disneyland in California. That's one place I have not been yet, and I can't wait to someday go. Myself, I'm doing a couple days at Disney in Florida, not many. And I'm thinking next year I will do the Cedar Point, possibly. Let's see what this... What the hell? I love. I mean, even though it's stupid, but I laugh at them jokes anyway. All right, let's see what's next. All right, we're gonna get on to that was all right. Scream Ride demo. Anybody can get it. It's not anything special. You can go on the Xbox Live, either for the 360 or the One. You download it. I forgot how many gigabytes. I think it was on the Xbox One. It was like 2.3 gigabytes, something like that. For the download. But anyway, for those that have no clue what it is a roller coaster game. Somewhat. Well, it is. It's not like Roller Coaster Tycoon. It's not like No Limits. There's actually things you're supposed to achieve. There's 3 categories. There's the ride category, so you can ride one of the coasters, and you can lean side to side to get points. You're gonna hit turbo boosts. You're gonna get time for speed, and how you make the ride for people to scream and stuff like that. And then that opens things. And the next category, which I found interesting and actually funny and very entertaining. The only way I can explain this is for those that have seen the, the Anthem of the Seas cruise boat with the 360 observatory tower ball thing that goes around the ship. Well, picture one of those balls, one of them arms, and it's just swinging, swinging, swinging. You have to aim it and hit bullseyes and knock down buildings, but there's people inside it. So you're throwing people in a ball, knocking things and breaking things. It's actually pretty cool. I must have played that for like an hour. I love listening to the people and watch them fall in the water. You can certain little pods, you can make them explode. And then there's the Creator roller coaster. Now, I had a laugh. They start you off with some track, but you got to continue it and make it go around, and you have to rack up points based on how you make it. The cool thing about it tells you where the really bad lateral G's are. It tells you where the riders can fall out. It tells you where it has different points with a box, and it tells you where they got sick. Now you can always test the ride out and see what it is. You can put boosters on it, brakes, whatever you want to do with it. Had to totally laugh. I made one and I got all the way through, and then there was an extra achievement for bonus to get make the ride go 100 and still score like almost 2.6 million points, and that's what I was doing. I was trying to put enough boosters on it to try to make it, but if you put them in the wrong spot with the different, they got corkscrews and you can twist the track. We don't have any loops, but you can twist the helixes into loops, which I did a lot. I've twisted the track to come up and come down around and dive around and stuff. And I also had one train come back with no riders at all. I've had the train come back with all of them. I've had just about any kind of numerical combination of people come back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, lose 1, lose 10, lose whatever. But it's a fun ride so far based on what I've played. It's a demo. I actually wanted to play more, open up things, but other things wouldn't open up, which sucks because it was really fun. I had a lot of fun making it blaze through and go through and do what it had to do. The game comes out March 3rd, which is Tuesday, I believe, coming up. I'm probably going to buy it. I think it's like $30. It'll pass the time while I'm waiting for Roller Coaster Tycoon World to come out. I mean, for $30, that's not bad for a game. It could be worse. They could make you pay $60. But I mean, if it's something, don't go into it thinking, oh, it's not Roller Coaster Tycoon. Well, no kidding. You got to build stuff. I mean, I had more enjoyment trying to throw the people. Because when they fly out, they hit the water, they hit the wall. If you hit it just right, you can break apart the coaster. You got to rebuild everything. So yeah, that's something that I would suggest. I mean, if you got a spare $30 laying around, I got a GameStop gift card, so I got like $20. So it only cost me like $10. I can go to GameStop, pay the $10, go get the game. It's not a bad deal. It really isn't. I mean, for that, it's definitely worth buying. I mean, and plus it's something to hold me over while I'm waiting for the season to start, and while I'm waiting for Roller Coaster Tycoon to come out. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how many of you guys would play it. I don't know how many got a 360 or an Xbox One or whatever. But, oh, I just did the video game. Oh, I just did it. You're going to have to rewind. I thought you were in here, dude. But anyway, so I want to talk about the reason why I want to bring up Nor'easter. I want to talk about it a little bit. I know there's some newcomers coming. I mean, some of you have been, some of you have never been to Nor'easter. This could be your 10th one. I don't know. I consider myself somewhat of a little bit of a veteran of the Nor'easter. I've been basically this will be the second one in New England. So I've been to 2 at each park. So this would be my 6th Nor'easter. I can't believe it. Time flies by. It really does. I don't understand it, but hey. Regardless, some people have asked me what to expect. Same thing with Media Day. And we'll go over Media Day too, even though there's no date, but I'm just going to let people know some stuff. An event like the Great Nor'easter is the same thing, is similar to East Coaster when I showed the video. And if you didn't notice, I put the non-skipping version of the video up. So you can watch the whole thing again if you want to sit through 20 minutes of it. Whatever's whatever. So, and if anybody has questions for me, or even Coaster Kev, we've been a lot. We've been to a lot of them. Him more than me, but we've been to a bunch. So for all you newbies going, basically the event is this. This introduction. You will get some type of game, and they have basically whatever parks they invite. I don't know the lineup, but we know at least for sure Six Flags in New England will be there, because that's at their park. So of course they're going to be there. But it's usually the the usual suspects. Lake Compounce, Six Flags New England, Canopy Lake's been coming, Quasi's been coming. There's usually some updates from Storyland and Santa's Village and other things. They show videos. There's some food. There's door prizes. And depending upon which park it is, and weather dependent, of course. Usually, sometimes you get a tour of something. Sometimes, not always, not guaranteed, but sometimes it's a perk. It's a great time it's something to do in the off season. Especially the winter that we've had this year. We all got cabin fever. We need to get out. We're all one big giant coaster family, whether we like it or not. But what did he say? Oh. Anyway, so like I said, we will, as newcomers come in, we got to kind of show them the ropes. Like when you look at different things, you got newbies coming in, and especially if they're young kids. And I'm not saying all young kids do this. Teenagers. Some are punky, some are not. I'm not saying you guys are. But always remember this. You're at an ACE event. There is a code of conduct. Now, I'm not saying be an old fuddy-duddy. We're all there to have fun and hang out with each other. But make sure you have respect for the presentators. Make sure you have respect for your fellow aces. And don't start drama. And don't, act like this rambunctious little idiot. I've seen it happen at other events where these young teenagers come in, even some adults, and they think they're entitled. You're entitled to nothing. I hate to break it to you, but you're entitled to nothing. You sit there, you enjoy yourself, you hang with your friends, or you make new friends. Whatever it is, however you do it, that's what you do. So with that, and food ranges from sandwiches to who knows. I mean, you're not going to get like hamburgers and cheeseburgers and stuff like that. I mean, you get a sandwich and a drink and some chips or something, and it only costs $5. Now, if you missed the show or you forgot, the registration deadline, RSVP, is March 5th. You have to contact Russ. Russ will jot your name down. There's a lot of people going this year. I mean, why not? With the buzz of Wicked Cyclone, people want to know more. Maybe there could be a tour, maybe they won't. Nobody knows. Well, I'm sure Russ does, and I'm sure Six Flags obviously knows, but in this loop, I'm left out of it. Yeah, so Northeast is going to be, this will be the third event this season that's like that. And they're good because you're going to get information about parks. It could be some you've never been to, some you've never heard of, or it could be one of your favorites. You're going to learn all about it. And then on top of that, they have some cool door prizes. They have auctions. So bring your bring your pocketbook, bring your wallet, bring some cash. It only costs $5 to go to the event. So that's not bad. The other thing, too, that I've been seeing a lot on, Facebook and been seeing on the forums, and then people have been actually messaging me about it. And this is going to be about Media Day. Now, I think a lot of people have it twisted. And what I mean by that is, I think everybody thinks that every member from SFNE Online is going to be invited to Media Day. That is not the case. It never was. Yes, SFNE Online gets invited, but it's only for me, AJ, and Zach, not the whole world. It's not a diss. It's not a that or anything. For the Media Day, for all you youngins, Media Day is exactly what it's for. It's for the media. It's not an ERT session. It's not a so-called event. Yes, there's food. You get to ride the ride. And I've seen it in the past where people are getting kind of uppity and what I call, entitled. If, we can't take everybody, we can't go, oh yeah, everybody's going. We can't do that. But, oh yeah, we're going to talk about SFNE Online. You know what? When I was typing up, I forgot all about it because we're still waiting on the info. But regardless, with this whole Media Day thing, I just want to put it to bed so people don't freak out. The only way you're going to get in to Media Day is if the park actually invites you. You're going to have to be invited. You can't just show up on the door and go, let me in. They ain't letting you in. If your name ain't on the list, you ain't getting in. So they do radio contests. They do contests on the website. They do Ace gets invited. Media. It's for the media to show off to the world Wicked Cyclone. It's not for Joe Smith to ride it as many times as he can and stuff his face because he can and walk around and strut like a peacock and wants everything in the world. That's not how that works. So, I just want to put that to bed so people aren't going, I'm going, somebody else is going, this guy's going, that guy's going. No, it's not like that. I don't want people to get pissed and then people come yelling, I thought you said, no. All right, you guys want to talk SFNE Online Day. What happened was, and I forgot, I didn't forget, but I had forgotten about it. I had emailed the park. People want SFNE Online Day. Well, last week, whenever the hell I announced it, opportunity came a knocking. So, July 11th is going to be SFNE Online Day, which is also going to be shared with Coaster Crew, American Coaster Enthusiasts, and Comcast. The event, for the most part, is going to be set up how National Roller Coaster Day was last year. For those that went, you're gonna get in the park an hour or two early. There'll be basically the more rides. I mean, the more people that go, the more rides that will be open. So they're working out the pricing and all that good stuff, and then we'll see what happens. Now, what you need to do is make sure you go. And then we'll figure out how the whole money thing is going to go and all that jazz. But like I said, we're going to do that. We're going to get that all settled. And once we have all the full information about it, we will pass it along, and we will make sure that. And the cool thing about SFNE Online Day, you just have to be a member of the forum. And we'll set it up that you write your forum name down on the registration, so you know your real name and so we know who's going and all that good stuff. So not an issue, not a big deal. So that's that. And I'm waiting to hear about Media Day. When we find out about Media Day, we'll let you know, and then we'll have complete coverage on that. We're going to have complete coverage on that. Now, does anybody have any questions about Nor'easter or SFNE Online Day that I can help you with? If you have a question, you probably don't, and you're just probably waiting for more information. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Yes, Jason, RSVP is required for head count. For Nor'easter, email Russ, and he'll put you on the list. And then when you go there, you just pay $5. I mean, for $5, you can get a foot long at Subway, and you can go to Nor'easter and have a good time, and you get like a 2-inch Subway sandwich. Well, the way that we're going to work it is, I have to find out, because there will be a number that the park will cut off for guests of a member. I don't know what that number is. I don't know if it's 1 or if it's 20. What will happen is, and we'll run it just how like the Ace event is. That's what I'm used to. That's what I'll do. When it's time to sign up for it, what you'll do is, say there's 3 guests you're allowed. I'm just gonna use a weird number like that. You and 3 guests. So if you're a member of the forum, and then you'll be able to bring 3 people with you. You know, they gotta pay. It's not included. You know, that price is gonna be per person, whatever the park says. Could be $20, $30, $50. I don't know what it's gonna be. So, like I said, that's how. Oh, excuse me. That's how that is going to run. And once we're all done, we get all the information up for everybody. It's going to be awesome. You know, like everything is awesome. Because everything is going to be awesome. I'm not sure about the RSVP because we don't have all the information yet, but most likely it'll be a pay in advance type of thing, and then I got to give the park the money before the event. But I'll let you know how that's going to work out once we have all the information. I'm waiting for the park to email me back with all the solid stuff. Yeah, like I said, all we have is the date. We know what coaster clubs are invited, and of course us. And we don't know what's on ERT. We don't know what rides are going to be open. We don't know what kind of food. We don't know none of that yet. Yeah, but we'll let you know how many guests you're allowed as well, because I don't know what the amount of what the park allows. Because usually the parks have a cutoff, for these events. They're like, one person. Like media day, sometimes there's one person, and sometimes there's no people. It all depends on what the rules are. Yes, this would be a can of Surge. I'm running out. I got to buy more. All right. What else do I got? All right, so we got some upcoming events. And before I get into these events, next weekend, well, actually starting next Friday, myself and Luco partake on a PAX East adventure. So if you guys like games, board games, card games, what do you call it? Video games. I'm going to go over some of the stuff, some of the events going on that day. I'll ramble off for the 2 days that I'm going. I'm going Friday and Sunday, not Saturday. Couldn't get a Saturday ticket. For those days, what I'll do, if there's something that I ramble off that you want to hear me cover for the following week, because that week that I head off to Dollywood, the week of the 20th, there will be no show. I'll be off, unless Larry wants to take the reins for that, but I will be in Dollywood, or heading to. So, keep that in mind. So, like I said, we'll go over that stuff for PAX East for next week, plus whatever we, gather up between then. Just something extra. I know not everybody's into games, but I know they have like Magic the Gathering, and I'm not big into card games. I'll be honest. Unless it's like a card game like poker or Old Maid or Uno or something like that. That's about my card games. I do love some board games, and I love video games. So I figure that you guys, especially guys with kids, I'm going to try and cover what I can. I don't know what I can and I can't. You can find The Surge on Amazon. Amazon sells The Surge. Amazon has got the exclusive right to Surge. Nobody else can sell it. You got to go on Amazon.com to get it. And it's like, they're bigger cans. It's a 16-ounce can instead of a 12-ounce. And I forgot how many come in a case, but it's like $14. It's a little pricey, but I think this is like my third case that I've had. Second or third, I don't know. But anyways, let's get into some events, because I know everybody's making plans. Everybody's getting pumped up, especially if you're an ACE member. And if you're not, I'm going to run down a few of the flyers, because not everything has flyers. And if you're not a member, you should really, really listen to the things that you get and for the price. So maybe you're a young kid and you're going to convince mommy and daddy to get you an ACE membership and take you to all the cool parks and events. So I'm going to run down. So we already talked about Nor'easter. That's on March 14th. If you want to go, it's $5. So you won't be able to get a Subway sandwich that day. Sorry. And then it's at Six Flags New England. $5 gets you in. There's going to be all kinds of fun. It's on March 14th. RSVP by March 5th to Russ. He is the New England regional rep. So you need to contact Russ and say, hey, I'm going. And then when you show up, you pay $5. The next event, the 5th annual Wooden Warrior Day. That's out at Quasi Amusement Park in Middlebury, Connecticut. It's like 30 minutes past Lake Compounce heading towards New York. And I'm just going to read a little bit off for all the newbies and stuff, for these young whippersnappers. The price, as long as you belong to a Coaster Club, it's not necessarily just for ACE, but there's other Coaster Clubs and stuff. I see there's a promo code anyway to do it, but it costs $36.30. If you have a season pass to the park, it's $25.30. You're going to get a commemorative Wooden Warrior Day t-shirt. You will get exclusive ride time from 10 a.m. to noon on Wooden Warrior. You're going to get a buffet lunch. You're going to get an all-day ride pass that is good till 6 p.m. And, of course, as always, free park. Well, not always, but it's free parking. And then food, you're going to get hot dogs, hamburgers, cheeseburgers, veggie burgers, barbecue chicken, pane alle vodka, coleslaw, tossed salad, soda juice, lemonade, Hawaiian punch, coffee, and tea. So that's all for that. Plus, they have the new Frantic ride, the spinny, rocking back and forth, but this one goes all the way over. Let's do it again. It rocks. It spins. It goes all the way over. And that's called Frantic. Whoa. 16 ounce, 12 cans. Yeah, you got to keep checking Amazon because the deal keeps changing. All right, what's the next event? And I saw Jason Porter talking about this one, trying to go to Coaster Stock at Kings Island. That's May 16th through the 17th. You can online register. I think that's probably the only way to do it. I don't necessarily know if you can mail in. Maybe you can. I never scroll down far enough to see if you can, sign up like an Ace event. This is put on by Kings Island. This has nothing to do. I mean, Ace is invited, and other coaster clubs. But is there? No, you gotta order your tickets online. That's the only way to do it. It's a 2-day event. Saturday, Sunday. You're going to get ERT in the morning on Banshee and Bat and Drop Tower and Delirium and Adventure Express. I love Adventure Express. 11 a.m., Banshee behind-the-scenes photos. 2 p.m., guest speaker in the KI Theater. 5:30 to 7:30 p.m., dinner. 10:30 to midnight ERT on the Beast of Diamondback and Vortex. 10:30 to 11. Only half hour ERT on Backlot Stunt Coaster. That's a fun ride. I actually like that ride. All right, day 2, Sunday, 7:30 to 8:30 a.m., train behind-the-scenes tour. If you like trains, go see it. 9 to 10, ERT on Racer, Flight of Fear, Firehawk, Dinosaurs Alive at 9 to 10. 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. is lunch. 3 p.m., Beast, Diamondback behind-the-scenes tour. We did that during a spring conference, and it was beautiful. Next. At 8:30 p.m. to 9 p.m., you're going to get ERT on Adventure Express. And then 8:30 to 10 p.m. is going to be ERT on Banshee, The Beast, Diamondback, and Woodstock Gliders. All for how much? How much? $25 for season pass holder, $62 for a non-season pass holder. See, I'd have to pay $62. I don't have a season pass. Shame on me. All right. What's next? Now, if anybody, because this is May 22nd through the 23rd, Fiesta Fest, Six Flags Fiesta, Texas, down in San Antonio. This is your opportunity, besides Media Day, to ride Batman the Ride before it opens to the public. They're going to go crazy with it. You're going to have registration at Batman entrance, Batman the Ride entrance. At 6 p.m. is a welcome event. 7 p.m. the park closes. 7:15 the question mark, Batman the Ride, ERT, and Bat Party. That's just for Friday. Now on Saturday, you're going to get first ride on Batman the Ride. You're going to get Batman the Ride grand opening. 11 a.m. to noon, Boardwalk ERT. 5 p.m. is going to be dinner. 9 p.m. is the Lone Star Nights. I guess it's one of their award-winning shows. And then 9:30 p.m. ERT on Iron Rattler, Roadrunner Express, Superman, Krypton Coaster, Batman the Ride, and Poltergeist. And yeah, the crazy thing about all this is, and you ain't gonna believe it, you can go to this event and you can go to Schlittcon, which one it is, for $50 for the 2 events, $25 a piece. If you're an ACE member, it's 25 beans plus admission. So if you got a season's pass at Six Flags, which most of you do, you can go for $25 and get all that fun stuff. Now, the cool thing is they're adding SchlitterCon to the whole event to make it one big giant weekend event. And I'm highly thinking about doing it. I really am. But it also depends when Wicked Cyclone Media Day is. Because this is Memorial Day weekend. And I'm not going to miss, unfortunately, I hate to say it, but I'm not going to miss, well, actually, I'm glad I'm not doing it, but I'm not going to miss Wicked Cyclone. I'm not going to do it. But anyway, if you want to go to SchlitterCon, from 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., complimentary early admission. Bring your ACE card or photo ID to any will call ticket window at any entrance and receive your Saturday admission. 10 a.m. Schlitterbahn is open to ACE in the public. 5 p.m. event check-in at the Wackamek Pavilion. 6 p.m. dinner. Then you're gonna get evening ERT activities. The next day, you're gonna get breakfast. You're gonna get a boogie bar competition. First rise of the day on Dragon's Revenge, and then at night, dinner and announcements. Evening. The evening activities are going to include blast off ERT, nighttime float, river float, and a heated pool time and desserts. Now, the reason why I bring these up is because those who went to East Coast can use their credentials to passport and all that good stuff to go to Schlitterbahn, and then you can enjoy SchlitterCon and all this other stuff. Plus, these are like some of the top-rated water parks in the world. I've never been to them. I want to go. It's just one of those. I know a lot of people who have been to SchlitterCon itself and said it was a fantastic event. So, for those that got the cash they can burn, why not? I might not have the cash to burn, but I might. If I do, I may just go. Now, for all you Cedar Point fans, there's a couple events coming up. From May 28th to the 29th, they're going to have Costa Camp Out. I want to look at this flyer. I want to see what this entails because I didn't even look at it last time. Event flyer. Show me the event flyer. Ding, 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 ding. Maybe. Oh. I had to keep clicking button after button. Come on, take me. I want to know about it. There's nothing to know about it. You get to camp in the park. I don't know how much it is. Oh, more information coming soon. Well, boo. Boo. Anybody going to Hollywood Nights? May 29th. May 30th. Holiday World. Now, here's the other Cedar Point event. Everybody's favorite Cedar Point event in the whole wide world, Costa Mania. Now, I've been to like two of them, or one of them. One of them, I think. I liked it better when it was a 2-day event. It's now a 1-day event. I don't know. I feel like I'm just too rushed. It's too big of a place to be like going crazy like that. But there is... You have to register online before. There is no more walk up to the door. You get ERT just about on everything, all the coasters and stuff. So all it costs is like the admission. You're going to get food. You're going to get ERT. Let's see. Let's run down a few more events and then we'll get out of here. On June 6th, Ace Dives at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. There is no flyer yet, unfortunately, so I don't have any more info. Now, from this date for the next few events is got to do with con. This is a pre-con event. This is on a Friday, which is crazy, but the park shouldn't be as busy. Great, great, great. Ace Day at Hershey Park, June 19th, Friday. Then on the 20th, there's 2 events. Morning, afternoon, you're going to have Ace Day at Dorney Park, and then at nighttime, you're going to have pre-con at Clementon Park. Then... the following day, June 21st through June 26th, is Costa Con 38, And that's going to take place at Six Flags Great Adventure, Storybook Land, and Maurice Pier. Sorry, there's no flyer yet. And the last 2 events, because we already talked about... what's Ace Day at Six Flags New England is the same thing as SFNA Online Day. We already covered that. What do we got? Oh, so June 27th, which is the Saturday after con, is Seaside Screams at Casino Pier. Then, the day after that, they're going to keep things rolling. Head to Coney Island in New York City, and you can hit Luna Park Fest 5. Now, let me tell you, if you try to go to Luna Park without an event, you're out of your mind. You should always go in this event. Put it this way. For one person to do with the following, it would probably cost $200 or $300. Easily. I mean, the amount of stuff you're getting is going to cost you at least minimum $200, probably $300 somewhere between $200 and $300. But when you do these events, last year I went, it was $55, so it's probably roughly going to be around that. But in any case, you're going to get what we got last year. That's the only thing I can base it off of. Was we had a half-hour ERT on Thunderbolt in Coney Island. I got 5 rides. Each ride's $10. I got $50 worth of rides in the first half hour. Then they gave you another ride ticket to come back later. Then they gave you 2 rides on Cyclone. Those are $9 a piece. Then they gave you a 4-hour wristband inside Luna Park. I paid about $10, $12 extra and got myself a Dino's Wonderland bracelet after the 4 hours for the 2 hours at Dino's to get the Ferris wheel and get all the rides down there. So say $65, give or take. I got that, and we also got a lunch. You know, hot dogs and hamburgers and salad and cookies and drinks and stuff like that. So for $65, we got that. Imagine all that, $65. You know, we rode the Haunted House 3 or 4 times. We rode like their version of Kon-Tiki. We rode their bumper cars. We rode the Ferris wheel. That's a lot of money. So if you're looking for, I mean, you don't have to go to con to go to that event. I'm just saying, if you want to try to go on the cheap, Luna Park Fest is the event to go to. You are going to save money. You won't have to, you know, refinance your children and your house. You probably have to, you know, take a loan out on your organs and use it as collateral so you can ride the rides. It's that expensive, man. It's crazy. Yeah, I know they had a Funtown Fest. The New England region had one. And I thought for sure they were going to do it. Actually, from what I heard, they do a Funtown Fest every other year now. They didn't do one in 2013 because of Con, being there. So, if anything, it should be this year for what do you call it? This year there should be a Funtown thing, and we should bring that up to Russ to ask him. You know, be like, hey, is there going to be a Funtown Fest? Because if there is, I will gladly go. I have no problem going up there. That was a great place. Yeah, the shore crawl for the shore credits. You know what? As much as I would love to do that, I'm probably going to skip that. Because I'm going to want to, like, go somewhere and take a nap. You know, I'd rather, no offense to the other parks, I can go to them at any other time I want. But I want to spend more time at Maury's than I do wanting to do that. That's just me. You know, that's just me. So, but anyways, we are going to get going. And we will be back next Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Same bat time, same bat channel. We will definitely be back. Like I said, I'm going to ask you guys what you want to see. So come prepared. Put your thinking caps on. Open your ears. And we're going to cover some video game and board games and card game stuff. Plus whatever, I'm going to ask what you guys want me to try to cover and get pictures of. I'll tell you some of the video game companies and game companies and the panels and stuff, and maybe I'll get some information out of it. Just something, to try something different just to add a little bit of extra flavor in this off season. Because once the season kicks in, we know how it's going to be. Constant news, bang, bang, bang. Everybody's going to talk about Wicked Cyclone. Everybody's going to talk about Fury 325 and Thunderbird and Batman the Ride and the Doc Ride's going in and whoever else has a ride opening. It's going to be pandemonium. So, we're going to try this, see what it is. Maybe we can find some other things to cover. Anyway, I'm your host, Dr. Giggles. Woohoo! I will return, like I said, next week, same bat time, same bat channel, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So have a good weekend. Don't, stay warm. I guess there's more snow coming or whatever. Stay safe, stay warm. Next week, PAX East. And then we got to that Nor'easter. And then we got to that Dollywood. So I will see all you guys. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, keep on coasting, baby! Woo!